BuzzChomp is back with more of Foundation. This week it's episode 9. I'm Dan Salem. We're caught in a time paradox. I was originally thinking maybe the theme would be betrayal. But the way this episode ended, we have to focus on the time paradox. Salvor traveled in the Invictus ghost ship. Now at first I thought maybe she was traveling back in time, but she didn't. She went to Terminus and it's her time. The null field of the vault had taken over the whole planet, so everyone was knocked unconscious. Other ships got caught up in the wake of Invictus and traveled with it, so Hugo was saved. Yay! I mean, we knew that was going to happen. Salvor gets herself on her original ship, the beggar, goes back down to the planet, and everyone's knocked out. There's the vault, aka the portal between the two foundations. Foundation 1 on Terminus, Foundation 2, which is what Gaal is going to create on her home world when she arrives there with Hari hologram and the knife. Salvor figures out how to unlock the Prime Radiant by delving into the past. She has direct connection to past memories. I thought the vault was kind of giving her these memories, but she seems to have this ability within her to connect with all of the past of humanity. It would make sense that the vault is the vault of knowledge of humanity, and therefore the vault would give her greater depth. But I'm not clear if it's her own abilities or the vault's enhancing her abilities. Gaal can feel the future. The combination of the two created a portal, a wormhole, a doorway between the two foundations. So when Salvor unlocked the Prime Radiant, opens up, the null field drops, and out walks Hari the hologram, from Foundation number 2, which Hari the hologram, and Gaal created, not where Hari intended, but on Gaal's homeworld, because that's where she sent herself off to. Enter our time paradox. The vault existed on Terminus before Salvor got there, before Gaal created Foundation number 2, which means at some point in the future, either Gaal or Salvor must go into the past, or someone has to go into the past to create the vault, the doorway on Terminus, to connect the two future foundations. This is a paradox because we haven't actually seen anybody time travel yet. We've seen people fly across space and sleep, so they wake up younger many, many years in the future. We haven't seen anybody go back in time directly. Now, because the Invictus bends space and time to jump from one point of the galaxy to another point of the galaxy, the universe, what have you, I kind of think it can jump back in time. But it didn't jump back in time when it went to Terminus. It doesn't mean it's unable to. And now that the Foundation has claimed it as its ship, it's going to figure out how to work it with Hari hologram's help, and therefore go back in time to create the vault so that they can therefore have this conversation. It's a paradox because without having done that, you couldn't be doing it, and how do you tell someone to go do something that needs to be done when it already happened so that you could tell them? Hari's a hologram, so it kind of removes the need for living from the equation of travel. He simply needs to go back and have someone else build the vault. Or the vault was there to begin with so that this could happen. It's kind of a chicken and the egg situation. The foundations need to save humanity. So the vault exists so that the two foundations from on either sides of the universe can communicate, people can walk through. It's also likely that the fall of the Empire happened before, the Foundation happened before, and it's happening again. They had this whole long spiel at the beginning of this episode about time and memory and history. History's written by the victors. Empire hammered this home. Salvor's father was telling of the origins of humanity, and they were postulating where humans started from. And he threw out Earth. Some people believe that. There's no real evidence to support it. Well, the fact of the matter is, Hari's math predicted the fall of the Empire and the need for a foundation. Math is cyclical. Fractals are what control our universe, and fractals bend and twist upon one another. They interlock, they interweave, they connect, which means the past is intimately connected with the future and controls the present. And this is the whole point of Salvor and Gaal, the polar opposite ends of past and future. And they keep reminding us that the past controls the future and vice versa. The future controls the past. And this is why I call it a time paradox. It's not actually a paradox, but it's extremely difficult to understand when you're living in the present. Part of this conundrum is Brother Dawn and the Empire. Brother Dawn was altered. I was saying he had evolved. And I consider this an evolution because Cleon was the exact same thing over and over again until the rebels changed our Brother Dawn. And then they also stole a clone of Brother Dawn so that they could try to infiltrate. Well, Brother Dusk blew this up. Brother Dawn, though, is stronger, smarter, faster, yet he also has some weaknesses. I'm not so sure this is a bad thing. For Empire to survive, it needs to evolve. Brother Day walked the path, yet he faked it because he is a copy. But Brother Dawn is an evolution. He may be colorblind, but he has gained other abilities that the other Cleons never had. And these are very, very powerful things. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. If they choose to eliminate him, that is the official fall. But if Brother Dawn takes control, maybe he evolves the Empire to separate, and so the Empire would fall without dying. This would be the smart choice, but Empire is not a smart collection of men. It is a stubborn, I am right, I lead all, I am God style man. If we look towards the future, we already know Empire is going to fall, so we can kind of know what's going to happen in the present. If we look towards the past, it will guide us towards what's going to happen coming up in the future. A time paradox. We didn't see Gaal in this episode because she shot herself 130 years into the future, but that was so that she could go create Foundation 2 in the future on her home world. Gaal and Hari could walk back through the vault to the past. Just not clear how that vault on Terminus was created. I'd like to know. It's not truly important. I'd also like to know the other powers of that Prime Radiant. It contains all of Hari's math. It also unlocked the vault, which means Hari either was given it or created it, which means Hari created that vault. And does it control the knowledge, or is it simply a portal? Where is the knowledge of humanity actually stored? I'm Dan Salem. Subscribe to BuzzChomp for more Foundation and other great TV, and comment below with your own speculation on the past and future connection in this time paradox that we've become Foundation. Woo!